Okay, so I have a lot of space in the handlebar, and I want to have something like this to hang my backpack, my sling bag, and my camera bag. But I don't like this design mainly because it is printed. This is the edge right here is the part that contact the bed, and the hook is actually the weak part, as far as I can think. So with this thickness, maybe it can hold, but I wouldn't rely on it. Because my backpack is usually very heavy, about 1 point like 3 kilogram, about that weight, and I just don't trust it with that print orientation. Still a very elegant design. A second design have the same problem, I think, is that this is the layer line, right? So this entire section right here will be the weak part, and yeah, I don't trust it enough. So I stumbled across this design by Dark Squirrel Design. So it utilized the best deflection angle. So the weight of the backpack lies on the strongest plane of the object, and I love this. I love this design, no doubt. This is a very good universal design, and I don't think I can top this one. But we will try anyway, because there are two things I want to improve for my case. The first thing is that I don't have a circular bar. I have more like an oval bar, and I want my hook to fit perfectly on that bar. Second is that I want to have somewhat of a pyramid over here, so that my backpack can slide from the side in without the bit over here being finical. So like a more like a guide for the loop to go in more easily. So that is the plan. Let's make it happen. So gonna sketch on the XY plane. This is the plane I'm working on, and now just throw off some random thing just to have a rough idea of what I'm doing. Something like this. So right now I'm basically replicating the design I saw. Maybe I should have added something like this one. Use the fillet tool. I cannot create a fillet right there. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Just this line. GM. Close that loop. Delete that constraint, and why am I deleting that constraint? So something like that. I don't know if it match the design. This is a pretty long bar over here. Okay, so something like that is the main idea that I'm going for at the moment. Okay, let's get the caliper. I'm going to get my caliper and start. No, start with some measurement. Okay, let's set up some constraint. I want it properly. I want it to have a proper geometric constraint. I want the center of the oval to be right there. In the original design, this part looks pretty small, about 1 centimeter at best. But I think the hook doesn't need to be that large, because the hanging section right here is basically a very thin nylon string. So I think this part can actually be smaller if needed. I don't know. But I think him having 1 centimeter is good, but it can be improved. Because saving material in the horizontal section can allow me to extrude this part further upon the z-axis to improve some of the rigidity. Make all the inside radius equal to each other. Okay, now time to make the outside radius of them equal to each other. Okay. Looks good. I should change. You know what? I think everything should be equal beside the big radius in here. So let's give it a number. 5mm. Seems a bit big, don't you think? 3mm. These two sections need to be equal to each other and can have a more generous turning radius. Now we need to have a makes these dots horizontal. So okay. Now let's define the thickness of these lines starting from here. All those should be equal. Okay, I think I make some mistake. Okay, nothing seems to be moving, but okay. What have I done? Some of them seems pretty redundant. No. Okay. 13 minutes already. Oh my goodness. I should have made it faster. I think this is enough for the rough design. Yeah, 7mm. I can increase this for more, I believe. Let's give it 12. Let's keep it 7 for now. I think we are done with the geometric constraint. Let's start with some measurement. Bar from side to side here, 15mm. Then I need to have the thickness of that section. 29 millimeter, but I will give it 30. I should be from this to this, right? So let's make a point there and a line from here to here. So like a tangent line should be tangent like this, and the distance from here to here is 30 millimeter. Got that, got that. Now for the clearance, this thing should have at least from here to here. Oh, I should have a GL or not GL. Not touching. Oh yeah, it's just GL here to here. Distance from here to here should be another 30 millimeter because we need the bump to fit inside as well. So now we have the width, the height that it needs to fit in perfectly. Now we can work on other parameters such as the okay. I feel like there are only two actual parameter here. The first one is this and the second one is this thing. And if we can make it equal, okay, we move with each other and we can assign the thickness, so maybe 5 millimeter. Oh, so that is how much 5 millimeter material looks. Let's double check. 5 millimeter looks a bit thin, you know. 10 looks better, I think. Let's go for 10. Okay, have a lot more girth now. 7 looks a bit flimsy, maybe 15. A bit better now. Instead of 3, maybe 5. This one is equal. Should I make it touch, you know? From here to here is 15 millimeter. Let me check. 15 millimeter is actually already a lot. So maybe I don't need those. Just connect them directly like so. Make it a better tangent. Make these two spots horizontally link. Okay, it's not what I meant, but I think deleting that section is a mistake, you know. It kind of harmed the reproducibility. Maybe I can give it a small number like 1 millimeter. Okay, was it not fully constrained? Can I just check it like that? 1 degree of freedom. Where is it? Is some kind of hidden constraint, hidden line that I cannot see. Let's just delete this one. 2-degree freedom. Okay, so that constraint clearly did something. The design looks fine as far as I can tell. 15mm may be too big, you know. 15, 15 is a bit big, maybe 10 should be a better number. Okay, what the heck is going on here? Okay. FreeCAD have those kind of UI bug where it says that you are doing something wrong, like just like before when I changed number from 15 to 10. It's have a bit of a hiccup. What am I doing wrong? I mean, I can extrude it right away. I believe I already have enough information and material to extrude this path, but since this path, this sketch is the base sketch, I want it to be well constrained. Okay, what do we have here? Oh wait, where's the line that my goodness, I forgot about this line. Where is it? Where was it? Did I delete it accidentally? So these two should be equal, and it's like 10mm, right? Still 1 degree, 1 degree freedom. I don't know where it is. Let's try to pull the sketch apart and see if something changed. What the heck is it? What? 5 degrees of freedom. Oh, so we have 3 dots, right? So this one touch this one, and this one touch this one. How is it wrong? Oh shit, like this takes a lot of time. I don't know what is happening. Nothing is showing up as white. It's green, 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 green. How about this part right here? I can actually just turn it off like that. Green, green, green. Everything looks green. God damn it. So what is going on here? Show me the fucking degree of freedom. God. What is settings? Auto remove redundant. Let's try to extrude. Extrude fine without any problem. What's wrong with it? I want it to be a bit thick. Let's say 20, 30. 30 looks like a good number. 20 looks like a decent one as well. 20mm. Let's go for 20. Okay, so we got basically the same design as the one on the internet. Same thing, basically the same thing. Is this thing asymmetrical? No. It's because of the hook that made me think it is asymmetrical. Oh, I forgot. The hook that they made have an offset that I didn't include before. Yeah, there's an offset away from the center, so we can't have that. Let me take a quick screenshot first, then put it inside my note. Okay, this part's 15, right? So I just need to edit the lower part. Thinking of something like, okay. Whoa, okay. Is it the same thing? What is this thing even connect to? Like so. I would prefer it not to be that coincide, but I want it to be like smooth, you know, not this sharp. How can I change that? Just coincide like that. Maybe this part is actually the part that needs the smoothing. Getting somewhere now. So I want something like that. Bit of an offset for me. Useless free cat. Oh my god. Let's get rid of the constraint right here. It's getting in the way. Let's fix this one. I don't know if I like my old design more than this version. This is actually the part where FEM analysis will come in handy, no doubt. What doesn't it doesn't look it doesn't look like it doesn't look very right, isn't it? Maybe because it's just too exaggerated. Yeah, I want a smooth angle like that. Yeah, I want a smooth, smooth. I want to be smooth like that. What the fuck am I doing? You know what? I don't think I need all of that. Let's focus on the bare necessity. The bare necessity. Oh no, I'm gonna get copyrighted. The necessity of life will come to you. I think there's a bit of a problem over here, right? Still 1 degree freedom. I am a failure. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but my god. Can I just do that? So this one actually fit my use case. fit it very close. But when I print it, so there might be some issue in the middle fill region, you know. Yeah. There might be some issue over there. So what I should do is make it constant. So like two smaller U hook. Maybe that's the answer. I'm trying to make this entire thing homogeneous. Because this thing will pre-print with all everything is just walls to maximize strength. So I need it to be homogeneous, no infill like that. Let's stick with it first. Okay, got that. Now I need to make some kind of guide. So this thing can fit. So maybe I can make this section over here rise up and then make a triangle out of that. Oof. Oh, it doesn't look very elegant, to be honest, but so hook on there, over here, slide to the left. So like just the base, just the example, like this one, I want to make a triangle. Attachment offset position in the y-axis. Okay, not the y-axis, the z-axis for this thing. Okay, something's wrong with that. Very wrong with that. Let's do it again. Just sketch directly on that face. G M here. Thing should be about 60. 60 is not enough for it. Okay, let's just reference external geometry. Ditch this way. Make them equal and make the height 20. Close, we extrude it just by 10 millimeters. Good. So it looks something. Okay, it got inside, but that is the idea. The problem is executing it. I'm thinking okay, this is same kind of wedge. So like I extrude up to the neck over here. So maybe a little bit up there. Extrude it outward and cut a triangle from the top. Maybe that could work. So now sketch in the XY plane. We are basically tracing this thing. and we cut it from top or the bottom, whichever side is good. Turn this thing off. Okay, so I'm basically cutting right from here. Reference it. G M. Gonna turn off the X-ray mode so I can do that. Make it equal. Oh wait, I should cut the opposite of the triangle. Okay, again. No problem. No problem. Right. I don't know if this shape is acceptable. Reverse to wall. Okay, that is how it works. Okay, the first cut leave us with that shape. Now I think I should make another cut in this direction, right? So to reach the tip, should I even do that? I can print this thing now. I don't think I'll have any problem printing this thing. But I believe having the cut right there can improve the use and the material. Yeah, can improve the material use as well. Or maybe I can just chamfer this thing. I believe a cut would still be better. Let's try the cut. No. Sketch. Displaying. Should reference a couple of things, right? Need to avoid that. Turn on the X-ray mode again and hack away. Here, and here. TX. Contact. Tangent. Contact. Shift extrude in the direction to wall. Maybe that one. Okay. Okay, I start to select this thing a bit more. Love the shape. I don't know how it will perform though. A bit of a chamfer. Can touch this thing right up. 4.2. Maybe that's the number. 0.3. 0.4. 0.39. 0.35. 36. 8. But 39 is not okay. Okay. We do it like that. And we'll print it in this direction. Right. Let's get to the slicer. So I have come back to, sorry, I forgot to turn the mic. I have come back to thin it out to reduce the print time, because this thing is print with all walls, as you can see. So I want the maximum amount of strength can have. Yeah, this thing is not going anywhere, even with my heaviest backpack. So yeah, see you again after another hour. The print is now complete. I'm using the flash to show you. So this is how it fit. It have quite a lot of material on the side, but otherwise everything works. I think I might need to chamfer the bottom here a bit, but everything seems to work. The pointy head doesn't work as I have expected, so it doesn't help me guide the handle in that much. And removing it, let me try. Yeah, okay, removing it still requires 2 hands. So I doubt it's any better than the original one on printables. So I might need to redesign this feature, but other than that, everything works as intended. So yep, it is not, it still have a bit of flex, you know, due to the load. This thing is about 3 kilograms. Okay, I will need to design another one for this one, because it is, yeah, much shorter. So I'm gonna use the lower bar to hold all of my camera bag and sling. See? Okay, back to the drawing board. Okay, we're back with version 1.1. The triangle thing doesn't really work out, and my plan is to redo the lower part. Also, this thing have a radius now, so I should work with that. Yep, now everything is white now for some reason. This thing have a turning radius, and I should define that. Okay, let's remove this feature, because we are going to rework a lot of them. So just measure the radius of this thing, 7 millimeter. That means just redo the entire lower part, like so. Okay, it moved now. Give it a number. Give it a thickness. Last time it was something like, let me check my note. This is the note. So something like 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter seems good. Okay, why is it green? 1 degree freedom, which I'm trying my best to find out the part. Okay, so this fucking thing here coincide. Now it worked. Free cash should really make help me with finding that thing. It's gonna get pretty difficult having to find like a shit ton of them. Okay, we got the thickness, we got the proper radius that I just measured with the feeler gauge. Yeah, seems to be good. Although I believe I can shorten this part a little bit more, but yeah, don't feel like it. Anyway, let's get down to that. Maybe I should just stick with the straight line first. Not this one. This one is that part actually needs to be curved, but the rest can just be a bunch of shape. Hold on. I might be onto something here. I don't think it needs that much clearance, right? I was wondering how much clearance I should give it, because when I was doing it like that, it has a lot of clearance, and I just feel like it's not, it doesn't need to be that much, right? Because this thing can flex a little bit. Hmm. Let's return to the so let's do the same for this one. Yeah, something similar like this. It looks pretty sketchy. I'm trying to make it return to the center. I don't know if this is the correct way to do it. Let's take it step by step. So these one are horizontal. These are horizontal. What did this point even do? This one is for the lower one. That is for the upper one. Make a tangent. let's set some constraint so it is a little bit easier to maneuver. Okay, this point is for that. This point in the center. What is this point even though? Okay, this point is for the outer. Yeah, outer radius. So what if it is the same like that? Same for those. Okay. I like the shape a little bit more. What if this thing here? Or what is the center point of that one? Seems to be the same point. Yeah. Okay. It's stuck. I'm going to fix this one. I do enjoy the center mechanism. Like, yeah, I feel like those 2 points should be symmetric to the center plane because I want the axis to be at the center. But now I have a problem of connecting that section. So I cannot make it longer as well. Maybe I can smooth out the transition like so. Okay, they still have to follow. The point and the point should be horizontal. Yeah, I should constrain like that. Make it a little bit smaller. Move it down. Yeah. And now I need some sort of smoother transition. I don't know. Maybe a spline. No? Looks a little bit better now. At least everything is in order. how about I constrain this one? 20 millimeters is just too much. Maybe 10. Much closer. Shape feel better now, much better. But I'm having trouble constraining it. If I make it, oh, it doesn't look good. Yeah. Guess the point is the problem is right here. The transition isn't smooth at all. The kink right there is a big problem. But I can't see any other way. This part is actually fine. I guess I can try. Yeah, the right part is actually fine in a sense. What is this one do? Okay. So I can make it. Okay, so it have the same radius in this section. I can try like it will pass without problem, but it will be considered a different face. Oh, actually, all of them are considered a different face. But I really don't like that kink. Is there any way I can do? Oh, actually, it looks. Yeah, it shouldn't look that bad, right? Okay. Next step is to find. Okay. What is this thing even do? I believe this is the lower point, right? Left lower point and right lower point. This arc seems to belong. Yep, yeah. They belong to these two arcs. And I can bring them to a point like that. The point sliding, so I think we can have a play with that, because once we lock it down, for example, something like that, what else can move? This thing can also move horizontally, so once we lock them down, yeah, they are going to be stable. The sketch is going to be fully constrained. So the problem now is to find the hole, because I believe I can slide this thing on from the side. So let's make a line GL GN. So this is just construction geometry. We believe it is this point and somewhere about there, and I'm gonna make sure this line and this arc is at a right angle like that. So perpendicular to the tangent lines. And we can see that, all right, it is shifting, it's all right. And I'm gonna set a number for it. That is 7, the radius, times 2. So we have to make sure the entrance actually fit the shaft. Yeah, the hanging bar. So that's why it have that dimension, 14 millimeter. Maybe make it 15, but I don't know. I think my printer can handle it. Okay. Now when I stretch this thing, oh, look at that. Okay. I want these two lines to be on the same level as this one. So I'm gonna hit there and this line because it can be projected outward, right? I'm hit C, so coincide. And just like that, I think we got ourselves a second design. To be honest, it still look like shit. I'm gonna need to measure. Hold on 1 second. What is the dimension from here to here? 6 millimeter, half a centimeter. I think it will be fine. Now, last time the hooking mechanism, the guiding mechanism doesn't work so well. So how can we improve upon that? Let me check again. Hold on 1 second, please. Oh. I think I'm gonna ditch. I'm gonna have to skip over the guidance system. It doesn't work out that well for me. I think a better approach would be to chamfer and basically make the handle easier to hook onto this one. So let me demonstrate. Select the edge, hit chamfer, and another edge, this one, so that I have chamfer it from both sides. And yep, I think the shape looks good. Not the smoothest, not the smoothest, I have to say. What can I do about that? Maybe I can. Okay. Let's see. This one I can fillet the top 3 millimeter. That's fine. And also fillet the bottom. Normally I wouldn't fillet the bottom because from this side the first few layers are going to droop down and look terrible. But maybe I can add some kind of rollery pad and basically fix the problem right there. So I have done an edge, a cut like that, but I have never attempted to pad like that before. Maybe it is worth a try. Okay. Let's see. A bit of stair-stepping effect is no problem for me. Just worry about the bottom. Yeah. Looks about good. It's good. Okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna have to find a surface to sketch on. This plane looks good. Okay, the angle. Now it's the angle. Angle from here to here would be about something like 60 degree. Would 70 degree my because I didn't use the dimension inside because this dimension is actually what is used from the printer. So 60-70 degrees from the central axis. 0 degree is just building straight up. No, 0 degree, not serious. Yeah. So I believe my printer can handle 60% with absolutely no defect. 70, I believe I can push 70, but I'm not confident with that. The difference is huge. No cap. I wish like I can have some sort of 60 degree. This is how much I have to compensate at 60 degree. Wait, why is it this much? I only need to compensate for first couple of degree. Wait, why? Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, you know? Something's wrong. So normally about here and just before that only. Ah, something fishy going on. Okay, 45 is just straight up. I guess I didn't manage to compensate for that much. Mm, okay. So I do need to add some material within that line. Like so. Okay, so much more shallow than I expected, but it's still the same angle. Yep, still the same angle. But how do I make it not touching? So what is the point of touching, you know? Angle is still 60. Okay. I can live with that. Looks nice. 60-degree. Move up. This is the maximum amount of tangent because anymore it will cross over. Okay, okay. Looks good. Attachment offset position Z axis, maybe. Where's the thing? Oh yeah, it's under there. Okay, got that. Custom chamfer. Not really a chamfer, right? Because we are not cutting anything. Okay, the second thing we need to do is to trace the path that this thing needs to cross over. So I'm gonna trace this one. Just gonna sketch there and use and try my best to trace. Got the path that we need to follow. Let's name it. I remember selecting that one and use some sort of additive pipe or additive block. I think it's pipe, right? Object path to sweep along is called the tool path, and it will create a solid that look like that. I need a better angle to check this thing. Front, you can see it is the angle, right, the yellow one. So that is how it works, baby. So this is exactly the tool path that I want. Perfect. Okay. This is perfect. G3. Got it printed, but it fit a little bit too hard. I'll try to zoom in. Yeah, I have no wonder, like not no wonder. I have no idea how this thing fits in because I cannot get it out. Like it is so difficult just to get it in place. And look at this. So the fit is a much better one, I believe. Yep, that is the fit for the inside part. I will definitely need to rethink the this thing. Probably add a two more millimeter and more clearance for this area. But I have one more thing to add, so I'm gonna come back with a third version. So I come back for the third version because the first two, yeah, I think the video is okay. So I need to add more clearance, definitely a lot more clearance, preferably maybe equivalent clearance, much more, a bit more, maybe 8 millimeter radius. So basically a lot of changes here. So if I change this to 8, anything change? Okay, something seems to be locked in. Yep, yeah, because of that. Okay, can I move it down? Okay, I can still move it down. Now I need some clearance for it. Since 8 millimeter by 30 millimeter. So I will, let's draw something like this. I don't care about that. So 8 radius, 8 millimeter radius, and from this tip to this tip, no, I need the outside one. Give you the outside, no, okay, yes, for that. Okay, so supposedly it should fit about there, should fit like that, but I need to find a profile for, okay, 1 second, maybe draw another line from that point to that point and make it 30 millimeter. Okay, 30 minus 8 minus 8. Okay, that seems to be the shape. 8 millimeter. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So that is the profile, right? And I need a way to fit this thing. So I'm using this thing as a guide. Like so. Maybe a bit more. Enhance. Like so. Okay, gonna move it down and out. So here should be the sliding point. Can I slide this thing around? It looks stupid, but I think it will work. Distance from here to here, much less than 30. Nice. I think I'm gonna keep the dimension 14.75. Yeah, gonna keep that dimension. Cool. The sketch got the path sketch got updated. The path get updated, so I don't have to redo it. I think it's much better now. Okay, third time the charm. Okay, version 1.2 is complete, and I have to say I regret doing the 8mm radius because it leaves a lot of wobble in comparison to the first version. The first version is completely rigid, yet still allow me to easily remove it. The problem with 1.1, this is 1.0. The problem with 1.1, I'm using it to hold my camera gear, is because I didn't design a good enough clearance for it. I didn't design a good mechanism for it. And it is very difficult to use, but the advantages is clear. No more pointy tip, just a well designed. This is fillet, very smooth to the touch, and this is partially chamfered, custom chamfered. So I really appreciate the finishing. And look at this thing. So this is Word version 1.2. Okay, yeah, it can move very easily. And let me just, okay, so this is the one. Okay, so the way I remove it, it just push it up and over. Much more easy when I design the clearance, the entryway, the way of assembly. So up and over, up, down, and hook. Super satisfying, everything fit. I love that kind of satisfaction. And because, as you can see, these metal bars are gray, so as the hangers, I think I'm gonna film me painting these things with my marker. I will attempt to paint this thing with these the pen touch. Focus please. Oh yeah, the pen touch from Sakura. I believe this is some kind of like this is not acrylic. Yeah, definitely not acrylic, some kind of oil or marker, permanent marker type. So the way you clean this thing is by using nail polish remover or acetone, like diluted acetone will work just fine. So like they use what is this? Pretty hard to paint with the phone strap to my face, but I think something like this. Okay, let's have some color there. Okay, it's painting. How do I make it look good on camera? Like at this angle I can actually see what I'm painting with my own eyes and not with the camera. Oh boy, it's working. Yeah, you can see the shimmer. I think this is the end of the video. Like no more cat sketching now. Like I am printing a version with this area right here being extruded forward, so that it can be a little bit more stable on my on the drop. But other than that, I don't have anything to complain about the modeling. Even though it is recording at 60 fps, the delay is still very nauseating. Yeah, I do prefer using my own eyes. I think the advantages is that for one using color like that, most of the color for small piece like this, I just use acrylic paint. But for metallic color, I usually have to go and use the color tube and mix the paint myself. It is a pain in the butt to do that, and I usually have to do multiple coat to get a decent coverage, similar to what you are seeing here. So this is basically instant result with minimal preparation. I just open the pan, shake a little bit, maybe press the tip down for the first time, and yeah, I can achieve a pretty good finish. Usually I don't prefer masking the true material behind paint like that, but you know, I believe paint have a reason to exist. Oh boy, I don't think it looks very good from my perspective, at least. Like it does have the metallic look. The metallic color is there. I feel like something is off, you know. Has it dry now? Yeah, sorry for the fan hum. I cannot turn off the fan when I am using the lighting setup in my room, because it is like 300 watts of lighting and the room can get pretty hot. Even though they are LEDs, they heat up the room a lot. So yeah, I opened up all the windows. So anyway, I can get closer for you to see. I think I'll just paint this single one. It doesn't look very good, to be honest. Maybe because of the layer. Like in this section right here, the layer kind of show. I have to go sideways, go with the layer line to hide the artifact. But the finish, it looks decent, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that can beat this thing is probably the acrylic and a spray paint can, and I really don't like any of those options, you know, because they make a mess. They make the room smell, even though I have painted hours before that, before bringing it inside. Has it dry yet? Okay, nothing sticking, that's a good sign. Okay, nothing sticking now. I don't think I will see the back a lot, but let's try. I want to see how the texture of the bed surface affect the paint finish. Do any one of you know how to improve the voice? I've tried the YouTube tutorial. I want to make my voice deeper, like a true man, because even though I'm a dude, my voice sounds even worse than sissy little girls. I don't have that deep aura voice that can command respect from people, you know. I can foster the confidence to speak up for myself from time to time, but the voice doesn't really help my case. It kind of make me sound like a annoying Karen. So whenever I feel the ink running dry from the tip, I just push it a couple times like that, and ink flow nicely again. I think the finish will look pretty nice if I can actually keep the color even. Of course, this thing doesn't give you the authentic metallic finish, but I believe it will provide some sense of camouflage to the hang bar. A pen like this costs like 50,000 dong in Vietnam, which translates to about $2 US. So I guess it's kind of cheap for folks overseas. I don't know about politics and economics situation over there, but yeah, I think this is a much more gentle process that is very space efficient. You don't need to buy a mixing table, you don't need to buy a mixing tray compared to when you are using with acrylic color. Just hit it in and paint it. Similar to acrylic marker, if you want to paint, especially just handheld decent size item like this, I think acrylic have its place. Acrylic like I think marker have a place. The one thing that I like and dislike about white filament is the fact that it can hide the defect. This is like not a layer shift, something like a shrinkage. Yeah, layer shrinkage, because some layer took a lot of time to dry to cool off. It can leave uneven cooling between the layers, and that will show on the final product. And because white filament reflect the colors pretty good, it is much harder to catch the defect with just visual inspection. Like I would need to use my fingers or tools to know that, yeah, that place over there it have some kind of defect, layer shift. Maybe I should design some camera system that mount to my chest. That is also easy to deploy, similar to the hat I'm using. I'm using the phone two-phase system to record the videos, the couple past video. I also call it the burst control device, because if you wear this thing and other people like women see you, they will never sleep with you and you will never have to worry about getting a kid. Yeah, like I'm pretty confident about the effectiveness of my product. Like it make Durex cry in fear. But for camera work, for recording, for journaling. Yeah, I really enjoy wearing this, although it could use some improvement in the stability and comfort. I think that's about it. I did leave the internal not painted because I don't feel like it need to be. The inside surface are more like contact surface. This is the side I am seeing, so I will paint maybe a bit deeper than that. Like this is just paint, and I'm gonna paint the area that I am going to see. So difficult to paint and record at the same time. I want to get my face closer to this thing, but it's not gonna happen. Pretty cumbersome to do that, but that is the finished product. It dries pretty fast. There's barely anything sticking to my hand. It took like 30 seconds to a minute to dry up, and you can see this is version 1.1, this is 1.2, and the difference is there. One of them is significantly shorter than the other which caused it not to be able to fit into the bar. But printing this thing with all walls really give me the let's say the confidence in hanging my stuff there, because the hanging bar is aluminum. It's not gonna break anytime soon. It is a very stable shape as well. So that is about it. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.